Doctor, there is no clearance
Answer
of this
me.
conference.
Are you acting legally? Are you stopping a meeting in a hotel legally? This is what I'm asking you. You are a law enforcement officer. What is the law? Is there any law that stops people holding a meeting in a hotel? Do we need the written authority of the Inspector General of Police to hold the meeting?
Kenya is once again under international scrutiny following the alleged abduction and humiliation of Ugandan opposition leader Kizaa Besigye. The four-time presidential contender is reported to have been abducted on Saturday during a visit to attend the launch of a book by Kenya leader Martha Karua in Nairobi.
I had invited the Honorable Kizaa Besigye to my book launch on the 17th afternoon, that is Sunday. I had indication that he would arrive on Saturday and he would be available to attend and make a few remarks. He was no show. Sunday passed. Monday, we just thought, one can be unable to come for various reasons. Then on Monday, there was concerns about his whereabouts by family members. And yesterday evening, they confirmed that indeed he was missing and that he had gone for a meeting. He had booked at Waridi Paradise Hotel in Kilimani, had taken a taxi to Riverside Apartments. The apartment number is given in the statement we issued today. And he had gone into the meeting, leaving the taxi man at the basement of the building around 4:30. And the taxi person waited until 4 a.m. on Sunday. And when Besigye did not respond to the many text messages, that's when he left. So by yesterday evening, his family contacted me and said he's missing. And after discussions and inquiries, we suspected that he was abducted while at the Riverside Apartments by security agents from his home country, aided, facilitated by Kenyan authorities. Remember, there is no way you can take an abductee either by air or by road without going through immigration. That's why I say confidently, aided and abetted by the Kenyan authorities. Today, we have reports that he was taken before a court-martial in Uganda, just like we were suspecting. Allegations that he was found with 2 pistols here in Kenya, with which he was going to attack military installations.
The incident has fueled outrage across the region, with human rights groups condemning the growing trend of political repression and a cross-border targeting of opposition figures. Dr. Besigye, alongside his political ally, Haji Obedi Lutale, who was secretly ferried to Uganda, now face charges for alleged illegal possession of firearms, and acclaimed critics say is part of a wider campaign to silence the dissent.
President Ruto has decided to be a conduit to the abuse of human rights of Ugandans.
The people of Kenya and the people of East Africa are in trouble because Kenya government, that rock government, has surrendered its security to Uganda. And so Kenya is going to pay the price, like Ugandans will pay the price, and all people who go to Kenya as tourists.
According to Besigye's family, the opposition leader arrived in Nairobi on Saturday and was picked at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport for Waridi Paradise Hotel and Suites in Hurlingham, where he was booked. He reportedly left for Riverside Drive later that day in a taxi to meet an acquaintance, after which he was not seen again in Nairobi. The alarm was first raised by his wife, Winnie Byanyima, who took to social media to highlight his disappearance. Back in Uganda, the two were charged with 4 counts of illegal possession of 2 pistols and rounds of ammunition and soliciting funds to prejudice the security of the defense forces. The offenses were allegedly committed in Athens, Geneva, and Nairobi. Uganda media reported that they were arraigned at the Makindye military court chaired by Brigadier Freeman Mugabe and remain in custody until they appear on December 2nd. Yesterday, Besigye said he had not spoken to anyone, including his lawyer, since he was kidnapped. Kenyan Foreign Affairs PS Korir Kizaa did not respond to calls and text messages. Karua and the Pan-African opposition leaders Solidarity Network called on Presidents William Museveni and William Ruto to come clean on the circumstances under which Besigye was abducted.
I was only informed that I was coming to court a few minutes ago. I have not been in contact with any person since we were arrested from Nairobi. So I could not have taken a brief with my lawyers.
But we have government lawyers paid by the government, is Captain Simon Suruga and Lieutenant Kabonde.
I've already said I will be having my own lawyers, but I haven't briefed them yet.
The opposition leaders challenged the National Police Service to account for Besigye's who disappeared from Kenya. The Law Society of Kenya, LSK, also termed the incident as retrogression in democracy. LSK President Fitha Diambo urged the international community to intervene.
Besigye, who is one of the leading opposition leaders in Uganda, was abducted from our jurisdiction. A sad outcry and realization of the state of rule of law in our country, and we strongly condemn in the strongest terms, because it either means that our government is not in control of security in this nation, or that we are working in collaboration with the external parties to abduct people within the borders of Kenya and extradite them, which is against not only our local but also international laws, conventions which Kenya has signed and ratified.
The leaders also condemned the abduction of 36 Ugandans on July 23rd in Kisumu by armed men who took them back to the country. The members of the Forum for Democratic Change party were attending a meeting at the Ukweli Pastoral Center. The incident drew the ear of Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o. According to the governor, the rooms where the politicians were booked were broken into by people believed to be Ugandan security agents working with the Kenyan counterparts. Besigye's abduction comes just a few weeks after that of 6 Turkish nationals residing in Kenya as protected refugees by the United Nations.